This is a video I've been planning to make for quite a while. It's a question that comes up from time to time about the Morinis, on one of the mailing lists or the forum, and it's about the side play in the swing arm. And the bearings in this swing arm are the original cast iron ones, which don't survive very well if not kept regularly lubricated, which many of them aren't. They're fine if they are greased. Cast iron on a hardened steel pin is not a bad bearing material choice, and there's not any real play in these bushes, but the arm itself has got a lot of side play. And actually this is one of the ones that's quite a generous amount of side play, and even in the parts catalogue there is a shim or washer that can go in to take up the gross play, but to actually take out the play, what you should really be doing is adjusting the swing arm spindle, and this is something that seems to elude most people. They just can't imagine how it works. But if I whip the spindle out, take the swing arm off, I can show you quite simply. The spindle is threaded on this end, and that's the largest diameter on the spindle, and this end it's got a shoulder with a threaded end. And the frame is threaded on this side, so the spindle goes in, screws into the frame, and what most people do is they screw it in until it stops, and then they put the lock nut on this end and the lock nut on this end, and they've got side play. And in order to take up the side play, what you've got to do is unscrew the spindle until there's a gap between the shoulder and this side plate. Then when you put the nut on this end, it's going to pull the side plate in and take up the play. And I'll zoom you in on this end and I'll show what happens when you put the nut in place. So at the moment you can see there's a gap in there, or at least you can if I keep out of the light. But if I tighten the nut down, I've pulled the side plate in and narrowed the swing arm mountings, and it will narrow it quite a lot. If it really is excessive, you perhaps do need to put a washer in there, but that washer should go in quite easily. You shouldn't be forcing it in. And particularly if you've done a rebuild and you've got paint on the ends of the swing arm and on the plates, then it'll wear and you'll develop play and you'll need to adjust it out. And it's as simple as that. Just unscrew it in the direction I'm moving now, then tighten the lock nut on this end up and it pulls in.